Okay. Arav, where did we last leave? Can you recap which question paper? What are we doing right now?
We finished question 9, I think, and we are on question 10.
In which question set? Homework set, which one?
13.
13. Okay. Yes.
So I had to leave the class early yesterday. So what was the answer for question
Question which one?
9?
Question 9. Oh, yeah. The answer choices, I think, was wrong. It's 842. Right?
1 second, let me just see my answer.
So there's two cases, right? One with a regular triangle, one with an obtuse angle triangle. You remember that one? Oh, you were not there, right?
I was not there for that.
Okay.
I also think I got 842.
Okay, but the answer choices were wrong. It had 862 and 742. Right? It's 842.
Yeah, I also got 842. I also got 842.
Okay, 1 second, guys. I'll have to turn off my video, but we can continue with the class. Okay, but you guys stay on. Okay, so question 9 was okay, right? Question 9 was okay. Question 10, altitude wala question. Okay, so that's question 10. Okay, all right, let me share screen. I'm not doing that. Okay, are you able to see the screen?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay, so what did you do on this, Rohan?
So I didn't do this question.
Okay, Navya?
I didn't get this one.
Okay, who got this? Anyone? Arav, Arya, Kunal, Shivank? Did you guys try hard enough?
I got it
Sir,
done.
I didn't attempt the question only.
Okay. Yuvam, yeah, go ahead, please.
Sir, I got 20.
20. Okay, and who else? I can see someone else's hand was also up. I don't know who.
So
Aditya,
I got 24.
You got 20 and you got 24. Okay, let's discuss. So this is length of altitudes are 36 and 45. So let's draw a small picture. So this is, I have a triangle here. Okay. So this altitude is 36, let's say. And then this altitude is 45, let's say. Okay, so now we know that the area of a triangle is, let's say this is A and B and C. We'll have to find out the maximum possible value of X, which is the third altitude. So the third altitude also, I'll just draw it. So which is this. Okay, so now the area of the triangle is, so half. Okay, so I can write it as, let's call the each altitude with a name. That's easier, right? So let's call the one corresponding to A as P, the one corresponding to this is Q, and then one corresponding to this is R. Okay, so P is given to be 36. So P is going to be 45. Let's say that looks like a longer one, and Q is going to be 36. Okay, now what is the area? The area is half of A into 45. Okay, the area is also half of B into B is the longer side, 36. It's also half of C into R. All three of them are areas, correct? Capital A is area. Okay, now, so I can just, and what is an important relation I can use in terms of triangle? The triangle inequality. So we know that sum of two sides must exceed the third side. So we know A plus B must be longer than C. Okay, so I'll write out that. So 2A by 45. So that's my A, plus 2A by 36 must be greater than 2a by 2a by r. R is the third altitude, right? R is the third altitude. 2a by r. Okay, so this gives us a relation between. This gives us a relation between r and so 2a can get cancelled. So I can write as 45 or 36 plus 45 upon 45 into 36 is greater than 1 over r. I can cross multiply. Everything is a positive quantity, so there's no changing sign and all that stuff. So r is greater than 45 into 36 by 45 plus 36, which is 81. So 9 9s are, 9 4s are, 5s are, so it's 20. Yes, so you are right. So r is greater than 20. The third altitude is greater than 20. Does it make sense? Aditya, you got for 24. Can you explain what you did, or maybe you defined your mistake?
Yes, I got my mistake in this.
What was the mistake?
So like I used the formula and then while like substituting the values, I made a small error somewhere.
Okay, all right. Does it make sense to everyone, guys? Navya, you're
So,
okay on this one? Yeah.
So what have you done in the 2a upon 45? I know it's equal to a, but
Yeah, the small a plus small b is greater than small c, right? So I've just written
Yeah.
this is small a. So this quantity is small a, this quantity is small b, this quantity is small c. So I've written the sum of two sides in a triangle is greater than the third side. And that translates in terms of reciprocals of the altitudes.
oh, so wait, 2 times area, okay, and then you divide by the base to get the okay.
Right?
I
So
understand.
2a is anyway constant. So capital A being the area. Yeah, makes sense. Or maybe I should have called it delta instead of, right? Delta is used for the area. Okay, all right. Next one. Question 11. Question 11. Yeah, Kunsh, were you able to do this? Question 11.
No, sir. I tried, but I got stuck somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, what did he say? Sorry.
So
What
I
did he say?
wasn't
Sorry,
able to
Kunsh.
get an answer.
Okay. Yeah, this is slightly on the harder one. Anyone else got this? Shivank? Sanvi, I'm not able to see you again, Sanvi. And okay, yeah. I can see you, but is your audio better now today? No, you have to unmute and try. Have you fixed it?
I
Yes.
tried to fix it.
Yes, this is good. This is good. Yeah, just don't breathe at all. Just keep the same location. Okay, I can hear you. Okay, good. Yeah, what did he say, Sanvi? Were you able to do this one?
I didn't attempt this.
Okay, who attempted this? Rohan, did you?
Yes, sir, I tried this question.
Mhm.
I did a little bit of a faulty method, but I got 24.
24. Okay, all right. Is it one of the options? Okay. Anyone else got any answer? Navya? Yuvam? Anything?
So I
Navya?
tried, I couldn't get this one.
Okay, Navya, what did you say?
I said my answer was way too small. I got 5. So
Way too small. Okay, all right. Okay, so one main property with chords, let's review. So if you have a circle here with two chords which are intersecting. So let's recap this. So if I have two chords that are intersecting like this, okay, then we know that if I have, this is AB and this is, okay, I'll just call it P. Okay, fine, I'll just call it AB. Nothing to do with this diagram, just general concept review. So this is P, okay? So then we know AP times PB is CP times PD. And we also know that if the chords intersect outside, then also this is true. For example, suppose I have the same picture, I'll draw another AB. So if I have AB and CD intersecting outside, let's say this is AB and let's say this is CD. Okay, so clearly they're not intersecting inside, but if I extend it, they're intersecting here. Then also the labeling, as long as it's consistent, so AB and CD are still the meeting points, are still the points on the periphery of the circle. P is still the meeting point. Even then it's AP into PB. AP into PB is CP into PD. So irrespective of whether the chords intersect inside the triangle or outside the triangle. So we'll use that fact here for this problem. Oh, in fact, this diagram is exactly same. AB and CD are exactly the same way I have drawn, right? So we can directly use this, except maybe ABCD. Yeah, no, it is more or less same, right? Fine. So what is AB is given to be 32. So this is 32, and PB is given to be 10. Okay, CD is given to be 64. So CP is missing. Let's call this X or something. Sorry, guys, too many guests at home, so too much disturbance. Just 1 second. Okay, sorry, guys. Okay, so what do we have here? So we have 42 AP times PB, 42 times 10 should be CP times PD. PD is X plus 64. Okay, so we can write this as a quadratic. X square plus 64X minus 420 equal to 0. Therefore, I can, let me just factorize it here. So you can clearly see that 70 and
So
minus,
X is equal to 6.
Yeah.
in this.
we can see 70 and minus 6 are the factorization. Obviously, cannot be negative. Therefore, X is 6. So the smaller portion is 6. Okay, so until here, at least some of you might have got until here, right? Okay, Rohan is nodding his head. Okay. Navya, is this clear to you so far? Kunsh,
Yes, I got till here.
you got till here. Okay, so let me just replace this with 6 and then let's continue from here. So I'll erase all of this clutter. Erase this as well. Okay, so now what do we need? We need the area of, area of ACD is given and area of CBP is needed. Okay, so let's draw an altitude from A to CD. So let's draw this altitude. Okay, and also let's draw an altitude from B to CP, even though it falls slightly outside. As you can see, the angle C is obtuse. Therefore, this is falling slightly outside. Okay, let's call the foot of this as X or something, and let's call this foot as Y or something. This place where the altitude falls. Now you can clearly see that PBY, that triangle is similar to PAX. Both are similar. You can see this. Both are right angle triangles with a common angle being P. Right? So one is looking like this, another is looking further like this. Right? In a tilted way. So this is my P here, and this is my Y, this is my X, this is my A, this is my B. Okay, now we can just use the scale factor thing here, right? So first of all, this area is given to be 672. In fact, you don't even need to find the altitude. We can directly use the scale factor. What is the scale factor? This is given to be 10, and this is given to be 32. So the ratio is 10 is to 42. 10 is to 42, right? That's the scale factor. I can simplify this as 5 is to 21. 5 is to 21 is the scale factor between the small triangle and the big triangle. Therefore, area of the smaller triangle, so area of the bigger one by area of the smaller one will be 21 by 5 square times, right? That area will be 21 by 5 whole square, right? Scale factor square, we know all this. Okay, therefore, in fact, I should have written it out the reverse. But anyway, so the smaller area is 672 into 25 by, what is 21 square, guys? 441. Does this work out? So hopefully this will divide 21, 3 is a 30. Yeah, so 21s are, oh no, I'm making a mistake. I'm sorry. The area of PBX is not given to be 672. The area of ACD is given to be 672. My bad. Sorry. Okay. I thought the area of PBY was given to be 672. No, that's not the case. In which case, we have to actually find the altitude. Okay, let's find the altitude. So area of ACD, triangle ACD, the area is half into height. Let's call this as the height into the base, which is 64. And this is given to be 672. So let's find the altitude. Altitude is 2 into 672 by 64. So this is 32. 32 goes here, right? 32 2s are 64. 3 balance. 32 ones are 32. So this height is 21. So if this height is 21, and we know the scale factor is 5:21. So the altitude of the smaller one should be 5, right? This ratio is 5:21. So naturally the height by should be 5. All of you with me? Sorry, the diagram is a little cluttered, but Apur, you're with me following along? Okay, and now the area is just half into base into height. Half into the height was 5, and the small little base here was 6. So half into 5 into 6, which is 15. Okay, Navya, when you said you got 5, probably did you mean the height as 5 and did you not complete
Yeah.
the area?
Yeah, I
Okay.
have to do the last
Okay,
step.
I see. Okay, that's unfortunate. All of you otherwise okay? You understood this, Ananya? Okay, cool. Next question, question 12. Okay, question 12 was, okay. Yeah, counting the number of, sum of the digits of n, where n is formed using these numbers, right? Anyone on this one?
So I got 25, but my method was really, I don't even know what I did, but I got 25.
Okay, 25. Any other answers?
I got like 39, but it's not an option.
25. Okay, that's good. So which means you actually tried and got something, right? So
Then I
25,
got 39.
39. Okay. All right. It's possible some of the answer choices are wrong. Some of the Asian Olympiads, the answer choices sometimes are weird. Maybe I copied it wrong. That's also possible. Anyway, before we do this question, let's do a simpler, much simpler version, right? So this is complicated by 2 counts. First of all, it has 7 digits. Okay, that's not really a big complication, but the main complication is because of 0. Okay, so let's deal with a smaller number where there's no 0 and fewer digits. Let's say I have 5, 2, 3, and 7. And I'm asking what is the sum of all 4-digit numbers using 5, 2, 3, 7. So every 4-digit number can begin with any of these digits, right? How do we approach this problem? Anyone? Rohan, yeah. Oh, I thought your hand was
So,
up, or maybe you were
No,
just...
my hand was up.
Oh, okay, all right.
So what you could do is you could take turns using for each digit place, and you could see how many permutations there were for the other digit places, and then you could accordingly see how many cases there would be, how many numbers there would be with, like for example, 7 at the end. That would be the number of ways you can arrange 5, 2, and 3, and then you can repeat that for all the other numbers at the end, and then you can add them up to find each unit place.
Okay, so the way you're describing it seems fairly long, right? No?
Yeah.
Okay, more or less same as what you are suggesting only. Okay, so first of all, how many numbers are possible? 4 factorial numbers are possible. So 24 numbers are possible, right? And then we have 4 digits. Okay, now if I look at any one digit, for example, let's say I look at the hundredths place. So this is the ones place, this is the tens place, this is the hundredths place, this is the thousands place, right? If I look at the hundredths place, okay, there are 24 such numbers. This is the first number. This is the second number. This is the third number. All the way till there are 24 such numbers where we have filled all of them. Okay. Okay. Now, by symmetry, we can say that if I look at the hundredths digit, 6 of them, 1/4 of them will be 5, 1/4 of them will be 2, 1/4 of them will be 3, and 1/4 of them will be 7 by symmetry, right? So if you add the face value, if the face value of all of these numbers, so of the 24, right, the fraction is 1/4 for each of these numbers, 5, 2, 3, 7. Therefore, the face values of all of these will add up to this much. And then the hundredths digit has a place value in itself, which is 100. So that will be the value of the hundredths digit. If you add all the numbers, the hundredths digits contribution will add up to this number. Is this clear to everyone? Navya, is this clear to you? Kunsh?
Yes.
Okay. Now we can do the same thing with every single, so hundreds digits was just one example. I can extend this and say the same approach carries for every single digit. Therefore, it's 1000 plus 100 plus 10 plus 1. So it's 1111 into some of these 4 numbers, 5 plus 2, 7, 10, 17 into 24 by 4, which is 6. So we get this answer in one shot, what the n is. Is this clear? Or is this clear to you? Okay. Now, the only extra complication in this problem is, so instead of 0, for a second, let's pretend this is 8. So the number was 2823225. So 2823225. Then no problem at all. I'll do exactly same thing. Okay. First of all, how many numbers are possible? Remember that 2 is repeating. Okay. In fact, I'll keep just for change, I'll keep some other number also is repeating. So 2 is repeating. Let's say 5 is also repeating. So we have 4 2s. We have 2s, we have 4. And then we have 5s, we have 2 of them. And then 3s, we have only 1 of them. Let's say this is the number. Okay, this is the 7-digit number. Now, how many numbers are possible? First of all, 7 factorial by 4 factorial into 2 factorial into 1 factorial, right? Do we agree this one? This is standard, right? The number of numbers. You're okay with this? The number of numbers would be 7 factorial by 4 factorial, 2 factorial. Okay. Now, everyone clear on this one, right? It's like arranging A, B, B, C. How many 7-letter words, right? All of us should be clear with this one, right? So this is, what is this? 7 into 6 into 5. That cancels off with the 4 factorial. And then we have a 2 here. So which is 210 divided by 2, which is 105. Now, of these 105 numbers, again, I'll take any one digit. Let's say I'll take the, again, hundredths place, right? The hundredths place of the 105, right? 4/7 of these numbers, 4/7 of these numbers will be 2s. 2/7 of these numbers will be 5s. And 1/7 of these numbers will be 3. Okay. So, and then the hundredths place itself has a place value of 100. And then I repeat the same thing with all the others place. So starting from 10 power 6th place plus 10 power 5th place, all the way till 10th place plus units place. So that'll be my answer, right? Now, the only additional change in this question is, so there are multiple levels of complications, right? One is repeating digits, which we know how to handle by doing 7 factorial by 4 factorial, 2 factorial. Number of digits itself is not a big challenge. Instead of adding 1 plus 10, so on till 1000, we are adding till 1 plus 10 till million. That's hardly anything. The only other main challenge is having a 0 now. Okay, with having a 0, what is the problem? We cannot count 7-digit numbers that start with 0. Okay, so we can take exactly same approach. I'll replace 5 with 0. Okay, so let's say this is 0 and this is 0. Okay. Now, I have arrived at, okay, actually, I'll make it slightly easier. So let's say there's only 1 0. If there's multiple zeros, then that's another complication in itself. Okay, so I'll say, let's say there are 2 3s and 1 0. So 3s are 2, 2 2 2 0 2 3 2 2 3. Okay, so 2s there are 4. In fact, let's do this question itself. Why even? Okay, let's do this original question itself. Let's not change. I'll erase this.
Sir, instead of 7 factorial over 4 factorial in the original question, shouldn't it be 7 choose 4, but you're choosing 4 spots for 2 out of that 7-letter word?
For which one? For the example I gave, or this example that you're seeing on the screen?
Yeah, on the screen.
On the screen, yes, because there's no other number that's repeating, right? Only 2 is the only one that's repeating. In the other example I gave, 2 was also repeating, 8 was also repeating, which is why I put 7
So
factorial.
you can take 4 spots for 2, which is 7 choose 4 plus 3 factorial.
What plus 3 factorial? I didn't.
So you take 4 spots out of
Okay,
what-
first let's be clear on the number. Okay, what is the number? 2023 225 or something else?
this one.
Okay, so if this is 2023 225, yes, it'll be 7 factorial by 4 factorial. Now, what is the question?
Yeah, my question is, shouldn't it be 7 choose 4 plus 3 factorial?
Why plus 3 factorial?
Because after you take the 4 spots out of the 7 spots, there are 3 spots remaining, and you can arrange them in 3 factorial ways.
So it will be multiplied by 3 factorial,
Yeah, multiply
which is
by.
the same thing as this.
The 3 factorial gets multiplied and divided, right? Okay, so there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. So first you're choosing 4 spots for the 2s. So that's 7, choose 4. Okay. And then having done that, okay, let's say I end up putting 2s here, 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 and here, let's say. I have to choose one more spot. So there are 7 numbers, right? I filled my 2s, right? Now I have to arrange my 3, 0, and 5. That can be arranged in 3 factorial ways, correct? Agree?
Yeah.
Plus nahi, into hoga. Why? There will hardly be plus. Whenever you are and, it's multiplication, right? You arrange your 2s and then you have to arrange the rest of your digits. It's not like you arrange your 2s or you arrange the other digits, right? And is always multiplication. You said plus, but probably you meant multiplication, right, Yuvan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
But yes, as Rohan was saying, this is exactly the same, right? This is 7 factorial by 4 factorial, 3 factorial. When I multiply by 3 factorial, it gets cancelled.
Yeah.
Make sense? Okay. All right. So what is the count of numbers that we have now? 7 factorial by 4 factorial is 7 into 6 into 5 by 4 factorial gets cancelled. That's it, right? So 210 numbers. So of the 210 numbers, we'll give 0 equal status. We'll do the same approach as before. So of the 210, 4/7 of the numbers were 2s, right? 1/7 of the numbers were 0s, 1/7 of the numbers were 3s, 1/7 of the numbers were 5s. And then this is true for every digit, starting from 10 power 6 plus 10 power 5 all the way till 10 power 0. So this will be the sum of all of these numbers. But then we say, from this, let's subtract those cases where 0 is the starting digit. So those numbers I should not actually include. So let me just subtract. So what are those numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I'm forcing 0 in the first digit. So I have only 4 2s right now. 2, 2, 2, 2, a 3, and a 5. Okay, so effectively, how many numbers are there which are in this form? It's 6 factorial by 4 factorial by the same logic. So which is 6 into 5 by 4 factorial gets cancelled, right? Therefore, 30 numbers. Of these 30 numbers, we'll do exactly the same thing, right? Now there are only 6 of these, right? 4/6 of these will be 2s, 1/6 of these will be 3s, and 1/6 of these will be 5s. And the contribution from them will add from the 10 power 5th place. This is 10 power 5th place, right? 10 power 4, 10 power 3, 10 power 2, 10 power 1, and this is the units place. So 10 power 5 plus 10 power 4 all the way till 1. You can find these two quantities very easily. You can subtract them and then you'll be done with it. Does this make sense, guys? This approach. Arab, you're clear on this? Aditya, you're with me? Shivank, everyone, Drishit as well, right? Drishit, did you join late? I didn't see you at the beginning. You joined a
Yeah,
bit late?
2-3 minutes.
Okay, I'm not sure. Maybe you're halfway through this discussion, but you can catch up later.
No,
Okay. All right, fine. Let's not do this. Do it later, guys. And one of the answers should match. Okay, but if at least the method should be clear to you guys now. Okay, let's move on to the next question. A triangle with area, blah, blah, blah. So, did we discuss this problem? I faintly remember doing this. No? Okay, Drishit, were you able to do this one?
So I attempted just one second. No, sir, but I attempted but didn't get an answer.
Okay. Kunal, what about you?
But I didn't get this question.
Okay. Apurv? You're on mute, Apurv. I cannot hear you. No, I cannot hear you. Yeah, I think Sanvi has transferred her problem to you now. Okay. That's fine. Anyone, guys? Anyone has an answer on this?
Hello.
Yeah. Apurv, I can hear you now. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so like I mean I thought just logically it should be half, but I don't think I didn't do like any calculation. I thought logically maybe.
Okay. And half is what? 385, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you guys think? Yuvam.
So I tried to do this with that method by eliminating the options. So I came to two answers. It's either 420 or 455.
Okay, 420 or 455.
Because
Okay,
it
So
has to be greater than half.
why does it have to be greater than half?
Because if you see, the triangle is not a straight line, it's an inclined line. So the base is like it's since the height is equal, the base is longer on the bottom and the base is shorter on the top, and the shaded area is more towards the bottom, so it will
also there are
obvious than
sorry.
the other shaded area.
Yeah, and there are more shaded lines.
Yeah, there are more
So
shaded
even I
regions
thought
as
it was
well.
half at first, but I
Yeah.
just counted it.
Yeah.
Yes.
It
Yeah,
was
yes.
420, like I thought about it.
Yes, I also got
Mhm.
420. But
Okay.
I calculated it using.
Sir, I know how to do this.
Okay, all right. I heard multiple answers, but first, yeah, obviously it's more than half because I can just compare it. This is bigger than this. 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 As it is, the blacks are bigger, right? And in addition, there's one more black, right? Then hands down, this is bigger, right? For sure. Had it been at least one more white, then it becomes questionable because then we can say the whites are more because pairwise this is bigger, and so on. Okay, so clearly it's more than half. Okay, yeah, Rohan, please, what did you do?
I didn't solve it, but I thought of the method.
Yeah, go ahead. What is
So
the method?
you can use similarity again and
Okay.
again. It's a little extensive. I
Mhm.
thought in my mind how long it would take. It'll take a while,
Mhm.
but you know the ratios of the heights for each triangle.
Mhm.
So, and then you can find the area accordingly, but you're going to have to subtract some areas. So, for example, yeah, to find the shaded region for some of these, you're going to have to subtract like the area of two triangles, I think. But in principle, you can use similarity because you know the height, the ratio of the heights, and
Yeah.
so you can figure out the area.
Okay, yes, I heard you. Okay, similarity, that's one approach. Arav, yeah, what did you do?
So I actually figured out a much easier method. You can just flip this triangle to form a parallelogram.
Exactly, yes.
And
Rohan, I'll come back to your method of similarity. Even that, you can do it fast. But yes, this will be the shortest. This is what you mean, right, Arav?
yeah.
Exactly, yes. And then basically, he's just completing this figure. So this portion is effectively same as the portion at the far bottom, right? And then he has these complements,
Yes.
right? Okay. So all of these, right? So in a sense, so now you have the entire picture. Entire picture now is double of 770. 770. I'm sorry. So sorry, Arav, I'm just completing it on your behalf. So 770 into 2. But now each of these stripes is exact same area that we know because all of them have the same height and same length. So it's just counting the number of stripes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of the 11, which is why it's slightly more than half. Right? So effectively 6 out of 11, right? Oh, and divided by 2 now, right?
Yes.
Divide by 2 because that will be right. So effectively 6 out of 11. The 2 you multiplied and then you divided by later. Did you understand why you're multiplying by 2 and then why you're dividing by 2 later?
Yes.
Not you, Arav. Others. Kunal, did you understand?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that gives what? So 270 into 6 by 11, which is 70 into 6, which is indeed 420. Okay, but just using similarity of triangles also, we can still do it. Let me erase this and then I'll show the similarity of triangles, which is what Rohan was suggesting. Okay, so the heights of each of them. Okay, so height of the first triangle is 1. The height of the second triangle, so all the big triangle, this triangle is 2. Height of the third triangle is 3, let's say, right? In 3 units. I'm not saying exactly 3. I'm just saying in proportion. It's the heights are 1:2:3 all the way till how many triangles total? 11 triangles, I think, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, all the way till 11. Okay. Therefore, areas of these triangles will be 1:4:9:16 all the way till 121. Again, in ratio, right? Now, what is the first black triangle's area? It's 4 minus 1, which is 3. So the black areas are 3 is the first area. Okay. The second area is this minus this, right?
So,
Which
but
is,
that's the white area.
sorry.
So 4 minus 1 will
Oh, you're right. Yeah, right. So the first black area is 1. The second black area is yeah, thank you. The second black area is the difference between 9 and 4, right? Which is 5, right? And the third black area is the difference between 25 and 16, which is 9, correct? Yeah. So all the way till the last black area. In fact, there are not too many numbers. We can literally write them out, right? So how many are there in total? So only 11 of them, right? So, and then we can see it ends in, it goes in alternating, right? 1, 5, 9. You can see the pattern, right? Because perfect squares are apart by odd numbers. So it'll go 13, 17, and 21. So that will be the black areas, right? And the entire area is 121 parts. So of the 121, the black areas are adding up to 1 plus 5 plus 9 plus 13 plus 17. Am I right? So how much is this? 6, 15, 28, 45, 56. Am I doing something wrong? See, because it's 56 is less than half, right? I'm supposed to get more than half. 1 plus 5.
it's 66.
66, is it? Okay, 6, 15, 28, 45, 66. Yes. So 66 by 221 and it's 770. Okay, does this make sense, Rohan? Yeah, but yes, the RMS method obviously would have been much faster. But
Yeah.
if you don't have that that thought, that flash in a second, you can still do this also very quickly, right? So this 11 goes 11 times, 11 goes 6 times, 11 goes 70 times. So 420. Okay, question 13 was that. Question 14. Okay. Let's see, any other people who have done this? Drishit, this one.
So again, this one I didn't get.
Okay,
I got up till V, like what V was, but then I didn't get it.
Okay, Shivank, what about you?
So I don't know how it is.
Okay. Any answers, guys? Navya? Any answer on this? Ananya, what about you? No? Okay. What is this? Suppose A is greater than half and the parabola with ax square plus 2 has vertex V. The parabola intersects the line minus x plus 4a at B and C. Okay. So the area of triangle VBC. Okay. So what are the coordinates of V? V is 0, 2. So V is 0, 2. Okay. And we have an intersection between the parabola, which is ax square plus 2. Ax square plus 2 is the parabola, and that's intersecting the line, which is minus x plus 4a. Okay. So let's solve this. So ax square minus or plus x plus 2 minus 4a equal to 0. Plus 2 minus 4a equal to 0. Okay, so the roots are minus b plus or minus square root of b square, which is 1, minus 4ac. 4 into a into 2 minus 4a whole upon 2a, right? So in this case, minus 1 plus or minus. Now, what is this expression inside the bracket? It's 1 minus 8a plus 16a square, which we should recognize quickly is 4a minus 1 whole square. Okay, so this is 4a minus 1 whole upon 2a. So the two roots are minus 1 plus 4a minus 1. That will become 4a minus 2 upon 2a. 4a minus 2 upon 2a. And the other root is minus 1 minus this. So it will become minus 4a upon 2a. So the two roots are minus 2 is one root. The other root is 2a minus 1 by a, right? 2a minus 1 by a. So this is one root and this is one root. So clearly minus 2, that root is very visible. This is the minus 2, right? And 2a minus 1 is a positive number, right? This is a positive. How do I know this is positive? Because a is given to be greater than half. So this corresponds to the point C, the intersection point, and this corresponds to the point B. Okay, so B is the point which is minus 2, comma, whatever the value at -2 is. So if x is -2, y is 2 plus 4a. Okay, I'll write it a little smaller. So -2 is the x coordinate, and the y coordinate I can substitute in the line. This gives minus of -2. So 2 plus 4a. Or I can substitute here also ax square plus 2. In that also, if I substitute, I get x square is 4, therefore 4a plus 2. Same thing. -2, comma 2 plus 4a. Now, what is the coordinates of C? C is 2a minus 1 by a. That's the x coordinate. And what's the y coordinate? I'll just substitute in the y equal to -x plus 4a. So 2a minus 1 by a was called negative plus 4a. Okay, so it's a little clumsy. Minus 2a plus 1 plus 4a square. Right? 4a square minus 2a plus 1. Can I simplify that in any way? No, unfortunately, it's that. So I'll just write it that. So 4a square minus 2a plus 1, but probably, let's see whether I need it or not. What do we need now? We need the area of triangle VBC. Okay, so I'll mark the triangle VBC. So V is here. VBC. Okay, so this area is what I need, right?
So can't you write 4a square minus 2a plus 1 as 2a minus 1 whole square?
I too thought about the same thing. The same, if 2a minus 1 whole square, it will become 4a square minus 4a, not 2a. Right? 2 times 2a would become 2a. Yes. Otherwise, it would have been 2a minus 1 whole square, as you rightly said. As you said, but that's not, no, that's not right. Okay. What is the area of this VBC triangle? I can split it into two triangles, right? So the left wala triangle has this as the height. The left wala triangle is obtuse angle triangle, which this is the height. Right? So let's call this intersection point as some other point, like a y or something, right? So if I look at this triangle, okay, so YV, this is Y, this is Y. Okay, so YV is the base, and then this is the height. This is the height, H1. Okay, and if I look at the other triangle, which is, I'll shade this in another color, this blue triangle, that has a height, and that height is, this is the height, H2. H2 is the height. Okay, and the same YV is the base. So the area that we are seeking is half into YV is the base, H1 plus H2. Okay, but what is H1 plus H2? It's really the sum of the two x coordinates. As in, this x coordinate is negative, so I'll have to actually look at the sum, right? So actual height is 2, giving this distance rather than displacement. Look at the distance. This is 2. And then this horizontal distance was 2a minus 1 by a. So I don't need the y coordinate really. Right? So the sum of the two heights is this plus this. And YV also we know. How do we know? We know V is 2. And what is Y? Y is where the line intersects the y-axis. So the line intersects the y-axis at 4a. So V is 0, 2. And y is 0, 4a. So this gap is 4a minus 2. Yeah, I agree. This is it's not difficult. It's a very long problem, right? So we have to be really quick in our simplification. Now I'm taking my own sweet time to explain it properly, but in an exam situation, I have to be really quick to solve this. Okay, so this is our 72 by 5. Let's simplify this. Let's see whether it gets somewhere. So 1 by 2a, and this is 4a minus 2. Okay, and this is 2a plus 2a, so 4a minus 1, I believe, right? Now this is given to be 72 by 5. I'll make space here and solve for a. This is given to be, if I did any silly mistake, please stop me, guys. Okay, so this is, I can write this, okay, I can cancel one of the 2a's here, so 2a minus 1. I always look for cancellations. Yeah.
So how can you equate the area of the triangle to the area of the like, oh, it says triangle VBC. Oh, okay, okay.
Triangle BBC.
So-
He does not want the area of this.
Yeah, I was confused for a second. Yeah,
If
okay.
you have to find that out, you need calculus, right? In this case, we are
Yeah.
only interested in the triangle, right? Okay, so 72. So the what is this? This is 2a minus 1 into 4a minus 1, which is 8a square minus 6a plus 1 whole into 5, right? Equal to 72a. I'm pretty sure I would have done some silly mistake on, let's see, 40a square minus 112a, as in 112 as in 102, I guess, right? Minus 30 and minus 72 is 102a. 102a and then plus 5 equal to 0. Okay, thankfully no mistake, looks like, because 40 into 5 is 200. 100 plus 2 is also 200. So we are good. So 40a square minus 100a minus 2a plus 5 equal to 0. So I can take 20a common outside here. So 2a minus 5 and then minus 1 common here, 2a minus 5. So we have two answers for a. 20a minus 1 into 2a minus 5. So we have a is either 1 by 20 or a is 5 by 2. And somewhere he says a is bigger than half. A is bigger than half, right? Therefore, it cannot be 1 by 20. It has to be 5 by 2, which is this. Okay, agreed. It's a clumsy problem. It's a good problem, but very long problem. So I don't know. Maybe it might not come in AMC, because AMC generally tests not for the length of the problem, but the concept itself. If you understood, then you should be able to do it quickly. That sort of problem is what AMC generally gives. But some of the later ones, like 21, 22K beyond, they are also long. Okay, so you can expect 1 or 2 of these on the later side of the paper. But understood, right? Conceptually, it's very important. Understood, right? All of you? Yeah, Apur, you with me completely? Kunsh, you're okay? Okay. Next one. A, B, C, D. I'll just paste this here. Determine the number of quadruples of positive integers A, B, C, D. Like triplets is 3 and quadruples is 4. A less than B less than C less than D, that satisfy this. Okay. Who wants to go with this one?
So I'm not sure, but I think I know how to start.
Yeah, go ahead, Apurv. Yeah.
So you can say AC plus AD plus BC plus BD. You can simplify that to multiply A plus B into C plus D. And
Exactly.
then you can also, you can write A plus B plus C plus D. You can take A plus B as one number, C plus D as one number. And then instead of looking for a quadruple, you're looking for a pair of numbers that multiplies to 2023 and adds to 296.
Very good. Very good start. Yes. So A plus B times C plus D is this. Okay. And now the obvious next thing, anything else, Apur, you want to add to that? One more thing. Its product is 2023. So the next immediate step is prime factorize 2023, right? So let's do that. And by now, since you are in 2023, you should have figured this out. It's 7 into 17 square, right? We can clearly see this, but any number. So just be prepared for 2023 factorization. There'll be problems of that kind, definitely. And then 2024 also, sometimes they give 1 year extra. So I haven't figured this out. So 1012. So how much is this? 2 into 506, right? And this also is 2 into 253. This 253, no, 253 is divisible by 11. 2 plus 3 is 5, right? So it's 11 into how much? 23. Okay, so just be prepared for 2024 also. But definitely there'll be some problem, at least one problem with 2023, and prime factorization would be one of the key steps. So 7 into 17 square is this. Okay, now
289 plus 7 is 296.
Yeah, exactly. And 289 plus 7 is 76. So 7, so clearly, so one of them is 7. The other one is 289, right? So that's the only possible. So we have 7, 17, 17, and 1, right? Now, if I have like A plus B as something else, for example, suppose I club 7 and 17, right? Okay, so, sorry, so one sec. Okay, so what am I saying here? 7 into 17 square. So A plus B into C plus D is 2023. Okay, and we know this is 7 into 17 square. Okay, so people can look at multiple ways, right? So this could be 1, this could be 2023 itself. This could be 7 and this could be 17 square. This could be 7 into 17 and this can be just, or rather A plus A is the smaller one, right?
No,
A-
you can't have 1 into 2023, right? Because it's positive integers.
Correct. Yeah. I'm just eliminating all of those possibilities by explaining this, right? Yes, exactly. So this can be 17 and this can be 17 into 7. Okay. So first of all, A plus B has to be the smaller one than C plus D because he is giving this ordering. Okay. Therefore, this can be 17 and this can be 17 times 7. But the problem is, if this is the case, then it won't even add up anywhere close to 296, right? If A plus B is 17 and C plus D is 17 into 7, which is how much is 119, they only add up to 136 or something, right? So the only way you can add up 296 is one of them has to be 17 square, which is obviously the larger one, which is C plus D. And the smaller one has to be this thing, 7. Okay, so now our problem becomes slightly simpler. Okay, so 17 square. And so two separate problems. A plus B is 7. And then C plus D is 17 square, which is 289. Okay, so how many combinations do we have with A plus B equal to 7? So positive numbers, right? As you are observing, positive integers, right? So, and A is less than B. So we have 1, 6, 2, 5, 3, 4. Those are only 3 possibilities. Okay, and here we have 1, 288, 2, 287, all the way till this C has to be smaller, right? So it has to be 144, 145. Okay, now one other restriction. So normally we would have thought there are 3 solutions here, right? So 3 solutions here, and then 144 solutions here, right? So it's 144 times 3, correct? But the problem is 144 times 3, which is 420-ish, right? Okay, but the problem is if I have, so what is this, 3 and 280, what is this, 286? B has to be smaller than C. That restriction is there. So suppose he only said A is less than B and C is less than D. Then the answer would be any combination of this, which is 3, into any combination of this, which is whatever this is, 144. Okay, but we also need that B is less than C, which means I cannot have a case when A is 1, B is 6, and C is 2 and D is 287. This will not work because B also has to be less than C. So we'll have to do a bit of case work here. So if A is 1 and B is 6, if A is 1 and B is 6, then we can start off C only from 7 onwards, right? So 7 to 144, how many solutions there are? 7 to 144 is 137 is the difference. Therefore, 138 solutions with 1 and 6 being A and B. Okay, with A and B being 2 and 5, then C can start off with 6 itself, which is 1 more, right? 139 solutions here. Similarly, if A and B are 3 and 4, then C can start off with 5 itself. So 5 to 144 will be 140 solutions. So the total number of solutions is 138 plus 139 plus 140. We don't have to add. We can just do 139 into 3. The beach wala into 3, right? Arithmetic progression. 140 into 3 is 420. So 3 less than that. Okay. So in fact, he should have given the other choice also. Why he did not give that, I'm not sure. So 3 into 144, whatever that answer was, 452, right? Should have been one of the answer choices for people who didn't pay attention to this B less than C aspect, right? But is this clear, everyone? Kunal, you're with me? Only HR is with me. I don't see you at all, Kunal. Okay, now you've risen from the ashes for a second. I don't see you. Kunal, are you hearing me? Are you asleep? Where is this guy? Okay, wow. Okay, Kunal, all okay?
As I just gonna get water.
Okay, all right. Which part did you miss, Kunal?
I didn't miss anything. I went after the question and then I got it.
Okay,
I actually got the answer also.
as 417. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
wonderful.
no, I got it at sorry, I got it at 432. I missed the last thing that you did.
Okay. Oh, thanks. It's 432, right? Okay, good. So for 144 times 3, I made a mistake as 452, 432. Yes. So good. So you did not miss anything, that means. And it's 432, unfortunately, is not one of the choices.
Yeah,
It should have
I
been,
know.
right?
So I
Ideally,
didn't
it should
say
have been.
my answer. Yeah.
Okay. Ideally, it should have been. Okay. All right. That was question 15. Okay. Question 16. Sanvi, can you help with question 16? Sanvi, are you there? Okay. Did we lose her? I thought she was there for a second. Oh, okay. I can see you, but I cannot hear you as usual. Again, you have gone back to. Okay. I really don't know, guys. Some of you have this audio issues, but majority of you are fine. Okay. I'll have to. You're missing out on the class participation. I feel bad for you. Drishit, what did you do on this?
So I didn't get this at all.
Okay. Navya, what about you?
So I tried till a point, but then I got like 3-4 variables and then just one equation, so I couldn't solve further.
Okay. Shivank. Okay. Any others, Rohan?
So I didn't attempt the question.
Wonderful. Why?
So
Bolo. Arav,
I attempted it. I got D184. Yeah.
Okay, 184. Okay, all right. Okay, let's discuss it. Multiple of you didn't solve it. Let's discuss. Okay, ABC is a right angle triangle at B. Okay, and AB is n into n plus 1, which is the smaller one. AC is the larger one, right? B is the hypotenuse. Sorry, B is the right angle. AC is the hypotenuse. AC is the hypotenuse, which is n plus 1 into n plus 4. And this is n into n plus 1. Okay. Determine the number of positive integers for which the length of BC is also an integer. Okay. So what is BC? So, or rather, okay, all right. BC is, okay, fine. BC square is n plus 1 into n plus 4 whole square minus n plus 1 into n the whole square, right? So when I take square root, n plus 1 can come out. Right? So n plus 1 can come out. So n plus 1 into square root of n plus 4 square minus n square, which is just square root of 8n plus 16. So 8n plus 16, I can take 4 common outside. So 4 can come out as 2. So square root of 2n plus 4. 2n plus 4. Okay. Now we want BC to be an integer and n is less than 10,000. Okay, so n plus 1 is anyway an integer, 2 is also anyway an integer, as long as 2n plus 4 is a perfect square, right? We are fine. As long as 2n plus 4 is a perfect square, we are fine. Okay, obviously it's an even number, therefore we are only talking about even perfect squares, which is the very first even perfect square. N is, does he say n is a positive integer, right? N cannot be 0. So otherwise 4 would have been an answer. Always in the initial stages, always check, right? For example, if you put, suppose you had allowed n is 0 also, then this side would have been 0 anyway, right? AB would have been 0, which anyway would be meaningless, right? So we can start with n equal to, which is the next perfect square, 16, I guess, right? So, I mean, 2n plus 4 can be 16, but let's check if everything is okay with that. If 2n plus 4 is 16, then n is how much? 6, I believe, right? So n is 6. So the sides would be AB would be 6 into 7. Just a simple check, the very beginning alone. AC would be 7 into 10, because n plus 1 and 10 plus 4. And then BC, as we saw, would be n plus 1, which is 7, into 2, into 2n plus 4 ka root. 2n plus 4 we said is 16, therefore this is 4. So 7 into 8. Is this a triplet? 6 into 7, 7 into 10, 7 into 8 is a triplet? Yes, because 7 is anyway common. So we are only talking about 6, 10, and 8. That's a 3, 4, 5 family. Okay, just a simple sense check for initial number will always help. Okay, so now, in other words, 2n plus 4 has to be a perfect square, and as long as it's some perfect square less than 10,000, then we are fine, right? N is less than 10,000. N is less than 100,000, sorry. Determine the number of positive images. N is less than 100,000. Okay, so so N can be, oh, I'm doing something wrong. N can start with 6, and then N can be 8. And N can be, why am I getting such a small number? Determine the number of positive integers N such that 2n plus 4 is a perfect square. Oh, sorry, 2n plus 4 must be a perfect square. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I'm just all over the place here. So 2n plus 4 is a perfect square. Okay, so 2n plus 4 can be 4 square, 6 square, 8 square, all the way till what square is the question, right? So the maximum is 200,000, 100,000, right? So 200,000 4. So 200,000 4. Okay, so which is the perfect square? Which is less than, let's say the last one is k or something. So k square. So as long as k square is less than 200,000 4, we are okay. We'll have to find the last k when it satisfies this. Okay, and then finding square root of k, finding square root of such a big number without calculator is not such a big deal, right? So we can still do. You can treat it in pairs of 2 digits, right? So we can put a break here. We can put a break here. So we know square root of 20 is approximately between 4 and 5. Okay, so we can start with. In fact, we can go even further. 200004, right? Okay, I can focus on 2000. So 2025 we know is 45 square, right? So 20. Okay, so 45 square is 2025. We know this, and 44 square will be approximately 90 less than this. So it'll be 1936. So since this is much closer to 450, since it's much closer to 45 than to 44, so approximately I'll say 44.8 or something, right? So around that, we can just do a simple check. So there's 2 more digits, therefore we avoid the decimal point. We can just check 448 square by hand. And even this by hand, we don't have to check, right? We can just be clever. So we know 450 square is, like I said, 202500. If I do 449 square, right? 449 square is a minus 1 whole square is a square minus 2a plus 1. So approximately this is 900 less than 450 square. So approximately 900 less than this would be 900 less, right? 201600 approximately. You understand this? The difference between these two is approximately 900. So 448 square will be again a further 900 from this. So 200, I mean, it won't be exact, but I'm just telling without calculator how we can do it quickly. 2007, we still have to go further. So 447 square will anyway be safely 19 something something.
How did you figure out it's 900 less?
Because 450 minus 1 square is 450 square minus 2 into 450 plus 1. So it's 900 less approximately.
Okay.
And you only need approximate, right? We don't need to. So we know that 450 square is much over. We also know 448 square is also much over. And then we are safe at 447, but we are only dealing with even numbers. So 446 would be the last number here. Last even number would be 446. So we just have to count the even numbers from 468 all the way till 446. How do we count? It's the difference between the extremes divided by the common difference plus 1. Right? That's how you count numbers, right? For example, if someone asks 7, 8, 9, all the way till 23, how many numbers? We'll do 23 minus 7 divided by 1 being the common difference. We don't do it because we are used to it. Plus 1. That's how you count, right? Which is why I always say find the difference and add 1. It's actually finding the difference, dividing by the common difference. And then in this case, the dividing common difference is 2. So how much is this? 222. Sorry, 442. 442 divided by 2 is 221 plus 2 is 222. So 222 numbers. Hopefully one of the choices should be that. Arav or Arya, one of you called out an answer. What was this?
So no, I did 184.
Okay. And
I also did a really long method. I think I went wrong in one of the calculations. I'm just rechecking my working.
okay. All right. And in me describing also, it seems long. It is not long because I'm explaining every step along the way. And only place I fumbled was this place, right? Where I didn't know which was the square and which was the actual number itself. But other than that, it's fairly straightforward only, right? Do you guys agree? Navya, are you able to understand this fully? You'll be able to do something like this similar.
Yeah, like we watched it once.
Cool. Sanvi, at least can you give a thumbs up? Okay, good. Ananya, okay. All right, nice. Next one. I think this is the last question in this sheet, right? Let's go to homework 14. Any questions, guys, in this one or anything before?
So why did you subtract 4?
Because the first number was 4 square, right? The first possible value for, sorry, the first n for which 2n plus 4 is a perfect square is n equal to 4. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 4 square would have worked because 2 square would be n equal to 0. That won't be any triangle at all. So 4 square, 6 square. So I need to count 4, 6, 8 all the way till 446. Yeah, you're okay now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, good. So that was homework 13. Let's open up homework 14. Rohan, did you attempt the first one? Homework 14.
No, sir.
Okay, who attempted this? Ananya, did you? Yeah.
No, I got A109.
Okay.
Me too.
Okay, Arya,
Same, sir.
Yeah, so I got 109.
109. Okay, you can easily guess that the sign is division, right? You can say this A divided by A is 1. So A divided by B divided by C is effectively A divided by B into C, right? You can just very easily guess just by this itself. You can say guess and then it can confirm that it works here. So, okay, so it looks like multiple people did this and got that, right? Like, so 2016 divided by 6 by x equal to 100. So I'll just do this. 200. We need x, right? 206 into x by 6 equal to 100. So it's 600 by 2016. And that simplifies, right? 6 goes 100 times. 6 goes 3. It's a 3, 6. And does it go further, right? 4 goes, yeah. 4 goes 25 times and 84 times. Yeah, 84 plus 25, 109. Sorry, Shivank, you said something?
No, sir. I read the same thing.
Oh, the same thing. Okay, cool. Nice. So Shivank, did you do the question 2?
So
LCM.
I didn't get it. I got
Okay.
stuck somewhere.
Now,
Yeah,
Yes.
Sanvi, I can hear you. Go ahead.
I got 15 for this question.
So I also got 15.
15. Okay. Okay. After a long time, I'm hearing Sanvi's voice. So obviously, Sanvi, do the honors of explaining how you got 15.
It's a very long method on like how to do this. So first you're going to do like the prime factorization. And then when you do
Okay.
that,
So let's do that. So prime factorization of all of these numbers, right? So 72 is how much? 2 power 3. So 3 power 2. Okay. 600 ka prime factorization batao, Sanvi. What is this?
yeah, so 2 raised to 3 into 3 into 5 raised to 2. And
2
then
raised, one sec, let's check. 8 into 3, 24 times 25 is 600. Yes. And then 900 is how much?
2 raised to 2 into 3 raised to 2 into 5 raised to 2.
2 raised, yeah, it's 30 square. Therefore, it's 2 into 3 into 5, the whole square. So 2 square into 3 square into 5 square. Okay, very good. Now what?
And then
Okay, so till here everyone is fine, right? We'll do the prime factorization. So what is the problem saying? Pairwise, it gives the LCM, right? LCM of XY, LCM of XZ, LCM of YZ, and asking how many possible XYZ triplets are there with this. Yeah, go ahead, Sanvi.
then you let x equal to 2 raised to a into 3 raised to b into 5 raised to c.
Mhm.
And then y will be equal to 2 raised to b into 3 raised to e into 5 raised to f.
Okay, all right.
Then z is equal to 2 raised to g into 3 raised to h into 5 raised to r.
Okay. All right, then.
Yeah, and then like because you already have like the LCM, so then a comma d is equal to 3, b comma e is equal to 2, a
So,
comma
sorry, please explain. A comma B equal to 2. I didn't understand that.
I don't exactly know how to like explain it.
No, you're doing well. Just continue along. Please explain. Yes.
So you just keep on doing that, and then
Keep
when
on doing what though? You have to get me started. So till here you're okay, and then help me with like at least the first step after this.
I'm not sure how to explain it.
Oh, what do you mean? You said you did this, right? So you should be able to explain, right? Okay, you're on the right track. Okay, anyone wants to continue from here?
So I didn't exactly do this like method. I took out the minimum and maximum values for X, Y, and Z.
Mhm.
So like the minimum value for X was 2 raised to 3, for Y was 3 raised to 2, and for Z was 5 raised to 2.
But how do we why do you say the minimum for X is 2 raised to 3? I didn't understand that part.
So because it like the for so if the value of X is less than 2 raised to 3, if it's X 2 raised to 2, then you can't have Y or Z 2 raised to 3 because 900 doesn't have 2 raised to 3 in it.
Excellent. Yes. Yeah. So, Ananya, feel a little bit more confident in what you're speaking. You have the correct concept, but you're a little scared to explain it. Please don't be. Okay. So, yes. So, just to
I did like the opposite. I took the maximum value a and d will be 3. I did it that way. That's why I was saying a comma d is 3.
okay. Why is the maximum value for a comma d 3?
Because like if you see 2 raised to 3, that's the like greatest there is. Like there's no
Okay.
raised to
Okay.
4,
So if the maximum is that can be is 2 power 3, can one of them be 2 raised to 1? The other one can be 2 raised to 0. The maximum allowed is 2 power 3, right? So both can be less than 2 power 3, right? One of them can be 2 power 1, other one can be 2 power 0, right, Sanvi? Do you agree or disagree? Sanvi, I'm asking you.
Yeah, can you repeat what you said?
Okay, so if you're saying maximum of A and D is 2 power 3, that means they cannot exceed 2 power 3. Can one of them be 2 power 1 and the other one be 2 power 0?
You can still have to like make 2 power 3 to that point.
Why?
Because like for 72 it's 2 power 3 into 3 power 2, so it still has to be 2 power 3 because like the LCM of X and Y is 2 power 3, so that has to be 2 power 3.
Exactly. Yes. I was just challenging you. That's all. Okay. So yes. So let's deal with each prime number separately. So we have split into 3 prime numbers. So 2, 3, and 5. So let's since the prime numbers are all disconnected, in a way it's very easy. Whatever we do with 2 is not going to get interference from whatever we do with 3. Whatever we do with 5 is another story altogether, right? So let's deal with each prime number separately. So let's focus just on 2s. Okay. So just on 2s when we focus, what is LCM of any 2 numbers? It's the maximum occurrence of that prime number, right? So, right. So just let's say in another example, let's say we have 2 power 15 into 3 power 12 into 5 power 7 as one number. Okay. And another number is 2 power 12 times 3 power 20 times 5 power 0. Does not have. So the LCM we'll say is the maximum occurrence, 2 power 15, 3 power 20, 5 power 7. The maximum occurrence, right? Now, exact same story. Now, looking at the LCM of X and Y, so we know that between X and Y, okay, I'll just, exact same as what Sanvi was explaining, I'll just write it out like this. So in X, Y, in X comma Y, we'll need, this is the number 2, this is the prime number 2. Okay. Now, in Y comma Z, or sorry, X comma Z is the next one. X comma Z, and then Y comma Z. Okay. So for Y comma Z, the maximum power, in fact, maximum meaning the maximum, it must be either Y or Z or one of the two, right? Or both can be power 2 also. This is the power. This is the power. Right? So power of this prime, maximum can be 2. Maximum, in fact, has to be 2. I shouldn't say can be 2. Maximum has to be 2. Between Y and Z, at least one of them has to have a power of 2. And that they cannot exceed it, right? And the maximum for X and Z is 3, because it's 2 power 3. The maximum for X and Y is 3. So from this, we can infer that neither Y nor Z can be 3, because both of them are capped at 2. So the obvious choice is X has to have the power of 3, right? So X has to have the power of 3, right? Now, if X has, so now, are we clear on X has to have a power of 3? So X has to have a power of 3. Now, with this restriction, so I know that X has to be 3. That's fixed, right? But between Y and Z, one of them has to be 2 for sure. So it can be 0 and 2, or it can be 1 and 2, or it can be 2 and 2, or it can be, okay, all right, let's finish the Y series first. Then 0, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2. And then if this is 1, then this has to be 2. And if this is 0, this has to be, okay. All right, you understood what I'm saying, right? In fact, let's write out all the combinations. So 0, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, or the reverse, 0, 2, 1, 2, and 2, 2. But then one of them is repeat. So this guy is a repeat. This guy is a repeat, right? This guy is a repeat. So I actually have to count only 5 of them. So I'll erase one of them. Okay, so as far as the power of 2 is concerned, X is 2 power 3 for sure. Y and Z can be some combinations of 2 powers. Like a few examples, there are 5 possibilities here. Are all of you with me? Are you with me completely on this? Okay. All right. Now let's go to the second prime number. Same idea. We'll go to the second prime number. Let's say we go to the prime number, which is 3. Okay. So same idea, X, Y, Y, Z, Z, X, or rather X, Y, and then X, Z, he comes next. And then the last one is Y, Z. So what are we saying here? It's 3 power 2 here. The maximum, this is the power, this power of 3. I'm dealing with the prime number 3 here. The power of 3 is max 2 here and max 1 here and max of 2 here. Okay, YZ. Now, by the same logic as before, we are saying X and Z may, the maximum possibility itself is 1, which means the other one, the Y, is the one which is going to take it to 2, right? So if I lay out X, Y, and Z like this, then Y definitely has to have a power of 2. Only then between X and Y also, the maximum will be 2, and between Y and Z also, the maximum will be 2, because we know that X and Z has to be maximum 1 only. Okay, now we'll do the same thing. So 2 is almost fixed. The only combinations are this can be 0, this can be 1, or this can be 1, this can be 0, or both can be 1. In either all of these cases, between X and Z, the maximum is 1. So there are 3 cases here. So that 5 cases here, this is 3 cases here. So five cases here in the first prime number. Okay, now the third prime number to deal with is 5. So I'll just make it here slightly lower. Okay, it's slightly smaller for you guys, but it's okay. We'll just finish it up here. Okay, so the third prime number, I'll just do another color. So prime number is 5. Okay, hopefully all of you are following along. So same thing, xy, xz, yz. So between x and z, the maximum power of 5 is 0. Okay, that makes it very easy. And then this is between x and z, the maximum power is 2, 5 square here. And then here also it's, okay. So clearly x and y both have to be 0. So my inference is, if I have to put x, y, and z here, x, y, and z, yes.
So, but you actually don't even need to do this, because if you get 15, you're multiplying the cases. The only one in the option that's a multiple of 15 is 15.
Good. Yes. I didn't even bother looking at it. I was just doing it properly. But yes, in an exam situation, yes, 15 is the only multiple of 15 in all the answer choices. So yes, that's very cheeky. That's good. Yeah, nice. But let's just finish it for completeness.
Wait, I didn't understand. What did he say?
No, he said we have already arrived at 3 into 5, which is 15 cases. So if at all this were 2 cases or 7 cases, whatever it is, it has to be a multiple of 15. Correct? And among the answer choices, he saw 15 is the only multiple of 15. All of these are not multiples of 15 at all. So why waste time? Understood?
No.
So far, we have dealt with the prime number 2 and the prime number 3. We have arrived at 5 cases in one and 3 cases in the other, which means 5 cross 3, 15 cases, right? And we are looking to multiply by some other number now, right? And he's saying, let's not waste time. Okay, yes, that's the right thing to do in an exam situation. But right now, since we're preparing, let's do it properly. Okay, yes. So xy is 0, so both have to be 0. And then obviously z has to carry through. The only option is 0, 0, 2. Yeah, and therefore there's only one case. And therefore the indeed answer is 15. Does it make sense? Just thinking whether there's any other HCF. I was thinking of some other variant in terms of HCF, but it's fine. Okay, we have enough variety of problems to deal with. But is this clear to everyone? All of you good on this one? Okay, Sanvi, you should be able to explain better. Same, Ananya, you as well. Just feel more confident in explaining. Okay. Cool. That was this. Yeah, maybe let's do.
Oh, so I need to go now.
That's fine. I'll do another 5 or 10 more minutes. You can watch the recording of what was missed. I just want to see which other problem might be good for you guys to learn. I might skip some of these questions. I mean, I want to give maximum value add. Okay, let's do question 7, please. I'm skipping some of these other Beachwala questions. Did anyone do this one? 3, 4, 5. One vertex.
So if we need to go, can we leave?
Yeah, you can leave. Anyway, it's an extra class. I didn't expect much attendance. Yeah. For people who want to stay, I'll just discuss this problem and then we'll wrap for today. Whoever can stay, please do. Okay. So it looks like none of you have attempted this, right? Can you guys take a few minutes now to attempt this? It's a fairly doable question. I didn't want to have a very difficult question for the last. Let's do this question, please. I'll be back in a minute. Draw a picture for this, right? Aditya, able to draw a picture for this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll also draw meanwhile. Okay, we're able to get x. Rohan, we're able to get x.
Sir, it's simple. Like you equate the. No, I'm still doing it, but you just equate the area. You find the area of each section. I did the exact same diagram as you, and then you just equate it to the 6 essentially.
Okay, we don't even have to do that. Even that will give you an answer, but I think that's an overkill. We just do 3 minus x by x. This ratio should match x by 4 minus x. Sorry, Navya, you're saying something?
X is 12 by 7.
5 by 7? 12 by 7.
12 by 7.
12 by 7. Yeah. So x square, let's multiply. X square is x square minus 7x plus 12. So 7x equal to 12, x equal to 12 by 7. Yes. Rohan, you can do what you said also, but it'll be a little long, right?
Yeah, actually, I was just about to get 12 by 7. So
Okay.
because it was a quadratic.
It's a quadratic. Yeah, I
So
think.
there's one more way to do it. I'm not sure if it's right.
Yeah.
But like triangle ABC and FBE are like similar, right? If you take if you add the
Yeah.
label, like that triangle that's there. I don't know.
Okay, I've labeled like, okay, can you call out? So I've just labeled it this way. So your numbering might be different, but the two triangles are similar, which is exactly what I did. 3 minus x by x is x by 4 minus x.
Yeah, oh, I did it. 4 minus x by x is equal to 4 by 3.
That's also fine. You equated with the entire big triangle itself. So all the three triangles, the big original triangle and the small triangle and the medium triangle, they're all similar. Yes, you can do even that. That's in fact even easier. Okay, so x is 12 by 7. Similarly, guys, can you do y? So I'll draw a picture for y as well. Again, multiple ways to do this. Most of them are based on similarity only. Okay, it's a very ugly triangle, ugly square, but okay. Okay, let me just finish. So all of you will be able to draw this triangle again, right? Again, we'll just use similarity. Again, multiple ways of doing this. So this length is y, right? So this is y, this is y, this is y, this is y. So all of these three triangles, the big triangle, the small triangle, there are three small triangles here, and the original big triangle. All of them are 3, 4, 5 triangle. We can see because the angles are all alpha, beta, and 90, right? So this length, if I have to calculate this length in this triangle, it's all right. The y is like your 4, and this is like your 3. So it'll be 4/3 of y. You can do the calculation very easily. You can see y is the one that's opposite to beta. So just remember, beta is the larger one, which is 4 parts. Alpha is the smaller one, which is 3 parts. So y into 4 by 3. This is just y itself. And this last triangle, y is the one that corresponds to the smaller alpha, right? Therefore, y is 3 parts, and we need beta, which is 4 parts. So y into, sorry, I wrote it wrong here. So it's y into 3 by 4 here. And here it's y into 4 by 3. Right? You can figure it out. You can fairly easy. So we just have to add this guy, and this guy, and that should add up to 5. So 5 is 3/4 y plus 4/3 y. So if I keep 12 as the common denominator, I have 9y here, I have 12y here, I have 16y here. So that's 37y in total. That's equal to 5. Therefore, y is 60 by 37. And then x was, if I recall, 12 by 7, I think, right? 12 by 7. Therefore, x by y is 12 by 7 divided by 30 by 67, 60 by 37. So which is 37 by 35. Okay, makes sense? All right, let's stop here. I would say just don't stress yourself too much. Just make sure all the basics are all clear between today and tomorrow. And ensure that your registration details are all pakka. Just get your parents to just take bar confirm, because I've had issues in the last year. In last minute, people were rushing. They didn't have their emails. They couldn't log in, this, that. So Tulips always is little, I should say, wanting in terms of organizational skills. So ek baar aaj confirm kar lo, please. You don't want to panic tomorrow. Okay. And then just do your best. Just revise all the basic concepts and some of the past papers, either the homework sheets or the AMC10 past papers. Just try to go very quick on the first 10 questions or so, right? I would say even first 12 or up to 15, depending on your skill level. So you know your skill level, right? So in this class itself, there's obviously a lot of variation depending on your innate talent for math and how long you've been preparing for. But at the very least, first 10 questions, all of you should go super fast, right? And then I would say aim for consolidating till question 15 in the first, between how good you are, between the first 30 to max 45 minutes, you should be thorough with first 15 questions. And then anything on top of that is a bit of extra, right? So if you're able to do till 20, 21, that's great. But at the very least, try to aim for the remaining 20 to 30 minutes that you have for 3 or 4 more problems. But just simple calculation, if you're getting 15 proper, right? 15 into 6 is 90 marks. If you leave 10, that's 10 into 1.5, 105, right? So if you get first 15 right, and if you leave the rest of the paper blank, that's still 105, which is well over the usual cutoff. But you have to make sure you don't do any silly mistake in 15. So that's why I'm saying do the first 15 properly, right? And again, don't be extra careful and waste too much time, right? You should trust yourself a little bit. You should not be hyper and just do the same question 5 times. You're going to do the same silly mistake. It's better to come back to the same question a little bit later, because that bias is gone. If you're looking at the same question immediately, a minute after, you're probably looking at the same mistake, right? So if you come back after solving 10 questions, then you're taking a fresh look. You'll find your mistake, right? Yeah, so aim for anywhere between 15 to 20 questions, and you should be safe. And if at all you have to guess, do some intelligent guessing. If you're able to really narrow down to one of 2 choices, then go for a guess, but not like a random guess. It's going to be against you if you take a random guess. Yeah. Okay. So all the best. Let me know tomorrow after it goes. Just send me a message how you think it went. But worst case, if you don't do well, it's not the end of the world. Hopefully the preparation helped, right? And in future it'll help you also, right? For other exams to come, right? You might have a rough day, you might not do well. So what? No, it's not the end of the day, end of the life. Okay. Chalo. Okay. Be confident. Do well. Let me know. Bye.
Thank you.